After weeks of sub-zero temperatures, on the Saturday of Rohman's Winter Olympics, the temperatures climbed above freezing, and thousands of people descended on Shohola, Pennsylvania, in the Pocono Mountains for this annual event.
And the rockets, red glow, the bombs bursting in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
To most observers, this community event may not seem like much, but for the local community, it's a chance to get together and celebrate the great outdoors while honoring a local tradition that started back in 1986.
Oh man, I've been coming here since probably since I was a little kid. My dad, he always used to help out with the Rohman's Winter Olympics, so this is he was here since the beginning. So I've been helping him out here and there, kind of running around a bit.
So what's your favorite thing about the Rohman's Winter Olympics?
Honestly, one of my favorite things is just seeing everybody have a lot of fun. Getting to see people out and enjoying themselves. It's kind of a slow time of year, so this is really a good way to kind of get out of the house and just enjoy a little bit of fun company.
It's an everybody event. Don't matter where you're from, what you do, what you look like, what your deal is. It's got nothing to do with politics. It's got nothing to do with race, religion. It's about having a good time, having fun, and being together, because we have a lot of other stuff out there that is not a good time, not fun. Worry yourself, stress yourself out. Today is let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Events include horseshoes, in which teams of two compete to rack up points by getting their horseshoes around a stake known as a ringer for 3 points, or within 6 inches of the stake for 1 point. The first team to the set number of points wins. In the turkey shoot, the competitor that gets closest to the center of the target wins. Special loads are used for safety. Beer pong is also a Rohman's Olympic event. The events that attract the most spectators include log sawing, in which a 2-man team cuts through a log using a 2-man saw. The team with the best time wins.
First timer.
Oh, what are you looking forward to?
I think I'm looking forward to the 2-man saw. Really excited for that.
So far, that's been the most popular.
Really?
Yeah. Cool. And what are you looking forward to?
Lots of drinks, lots of Jello shots, and lots of boys.
My favorite event actually is the golf. I haven't won ever, but it's my favorite. Second favorite is definitely the 2-man saw. People almost get killed doing that thing.
You can do it.
Yeah.
1 point. You can do it! You can do it! Go! Yeah! We'll be alright.
Come on. Go. So, I'm super excited for you boys. How'd you do?
We came in second to last.
I can't.
We are so excited to see all the events and all the men.
Oh, girl. What's your favorite event here?
Well, this is my first year here, so I've never seen it.
You've been here 3 years. Ah, cool. So, favorite event? Go.
I really like the barrel tossing that they do on the railroad tongue.
at it.
Damn. Not bad at all.
Another crowd favorite is plank skiing. A 4-man team straps 2x4s to their feet and must synchronize their movements to get their team across the finish line. The best time wins. The amount of alcohol consumed before the race affects coordination. And the 90-degree bend in the middle of the race adds an element of difficulty. Bed racing is another great spectator event. A 4-man team must push a specially designed bed with a 5th member on the bed across the finish line. Again, the best time wins. Teams design and build the racing beds to compete in the Winter Olympics each year. The last event of the day is the triathlon. Contestants must shoot and hit a cast iron pan with a BB gun, shoot an arrow into a pizza box, and run 50 feet to consume a 32-ounce beer. In recent years, the beer used in the triathlon is non-alcoholic. Rohman's Winter Olympics is an event that people throughout the region look forward to every year.
You can do it!
Happy Roman's Winter Olympics!
Happy Winter Olympics!
Yeah!
Happy Winter Olympics!
It's a great way to get out of the house, chase away those winter blues, and see friends and neighbors that you haven't seen for a while. Join us in 2026 for the 40th annual Rohman's Winter Olympics.
Are you looking to buy or sell a property in the Northern Poconos? Then your first and only call should be to Davis R. Chant Realtors.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Collins, President of Davis R. Chant Realtors.
And I'm Abby Pittenger-Claus, Vice President of Chant Realtors. And we're here at one of our lakefront listings on Lake Wallenpaupack.
Since 1964, Davis R. Chant Realtors has grown from one office in Milford to 5 offices throughout Pike and Wayne County. With more than 90 agents working 7 days a week, we have happily helped 50,000 families buy and sell their homes.
The Northern Poconos is a wonderful place to live. We have great schools and so many activities throughout every single season. If you're looking to buy a home, vacation home, or investment property, we'd be happy to help you every step of the way.
If you're looking to sell your home, give us at Davis R. Chant Realtors a call. Our agents put together a thoughtful but aggressive marketing plan to make sure that your home is put in front of your prospective buyer's eyes quickly.
For more information on the current real estate market, stop in at one of our 5 offices or visit our website at chantre.com.
In honor of Women's History Month, we decided to take a look at the role of women throughout history in the Pocono Mountains. And we came across a news story that made national headlines in 1925. The headline read, "A town that is run by women." This town in the Pocono Mountains was referred to as an animalist Eden, as almost every business was run by women. In the 1920s, this was unheard of in the United States. What town was it, you might ask? Why, Lackawaxen, Pennsylvania, of course. Prominent businesses included the post office, banks, barbershops, real estate offices, butcher shop, movie emporium, stores, jitney, and paper hanging company, all run by women. This was big news back in 1925 and created quite a stir. The Lackawaxen postmaster in 1925 was Louise Courtright, who married William Courtright, a school teacher and a former postmaster. He died in 1915 at age 38 of tuberculosis, and Louise was appointed by the president to fill her husband's position as postmaster, based on the recommendation of Pennsylvania Senator Penrose and Governor Pinchot. She was also known throughout the country for meeting the quotas for selling Third Liberty loans 44 times, and Lackawaxen was number 1 in the nation for towns its size. Third Liberty loans were created by the federal government to help cover the cost of World War I. Although Lackawaxen did not have a mayor, Louise Courtright was the closest thing to it in the community. Back in 1925, 8 trains a day stopped at the station in the town of Lackawaxen, bringing heavy canvas bags of mail that the ladies had to unload and sort. The town post office was the central hub for all mail routes in the region. As one of the only post offices run by women at the time, it was known for the best and fastest customer service in any post office in the northeastern United States. Louise Courtright also owned the Lackawaxen General Store. During the early 1900s, the general store in town was where men gathered and shared news. The owner of all the local mail delivery route contracts was Frida Dellert, who personally delivered mail as well. You could set your clock by Frida because she was always on time. The local butcher was Adeline Kuhn, whose family still lives in Lackawaxen to this day. Lackawaxen's local milkman, or should we say milkwoman or milkmaid, was Anna Bankers, who regularly walked 5 to 6 miles in a day carrying milk to serve her customers. Lackawaxen's local cigar shop was operated by Margaret Smith, who served the mainly male clientele drinks and cigars. In the 1900s, paper hanging was considered a men's job. Installing wallpaper required ladders, brushes, and tools that were thought to be unwieldy for women. But 60-year-old grandmother Jane Campbell was the only paper hanger in the entire township, and in 1925 wallpapered the entire 200-room Delaware House Hotel. This was just one of the many Pocono Mountain hotels and resorts that she was responsible for hanging paper in over the course of her interior design career. Another history-making woman in town was Anna Gregory. Anna established a motion picture emporium that doubled as a dance hall and ran her own electric generation plant for the stores and the movie theater. Her daughter Helen ran the local taxi and hacking service. Guests coming to town would wait hours until she was free to take them on a tour of all the local sites because she was known as the safest driver in the Pocono Mountains. Mrs. Adele Shannon was Lackawaxen's most famous female politician, running Northeast Pennsylvania, while Gifford Pinchot campaigned for governor. After the news stories hit the national papers, letters from all over the country flooded the post office, containing everything from marriage proposals to business deals. Although the railroad station and most of the businesses are gone, not much else has changed in Lackawaxen since 1925. The post office is still in the same building as it was in 1925, and mail delivery, the bank, restaurant, hotel, and bed and breakfasts, and many other businesses in town are still operated, owned, or started by women. So for Women's History Month, Wally Life salutes the enterprising and entrepreneurial women of Lackawaxen, who in 1925 were decades ahead of their time. The Poconos is filled with interesting people, like writer and film historian John DeLeo.
I've been in Pike County now for 25 years, a New Yorker, born in Brooklyn, raised on Long Island, and I kind of lucked out. When I came here, I was in the middle of a transition career-wise from trying to be a stage actor with limited success, and then I sort of transitioned to writing about film. And when I came to Milford, my first book had already been published, my quiz book, And You Thought You Knew Classic Movies, and I was working on my second one, 100 Great Film Performances You Should Remember But Probably Don't. And I had no idea there was a Black Bear Film Festival that just got started and that I would have so many opportunities as the guy they would call like the old movie guy, and people got to know me. And then when they started to get old-time celebrities to come to the festival, and at the beginning they didn't know what to do with them, as I was told, and I got to interview the first one, Farley Granger, the Hitchcock actor who starred in Strangers on a Train, and that began something. Now I've almost probably a dozen celebrities through the years, most recently Ileana Douglas last October, but in between Tab Hunter, Jane Powell, Arlene Dahl, Keir DeLay, Jane Alexander. It's been wonderful. And if you had told me when I was living in New York that if I relocated to a small town in Pennsylvania, I'd suddenly have movie stars all around me coming to my home for dinner, and the two of us sharing stages and chatting about the subject we both love, film, I would not have believed it, and I still don't quite believe it, so it was kind of meant to be. And I had done 7 books, and I remember thinking, I can't believe I haven't done a book on the Oscars since I've been mesmerized by them, and this is what I do. So I thought, if I went at it from, as I said, people who were not even nominated, in films where someone else won an Oscar, and explore why was the other person as good or better than the person in that movie who did win? Why was this person ignored? And let's look at the movie from the vantage point of this underappreciated performance. So our way into that, in In the Heat of the Night, Rod Steiger won as Best Actor, but let's look at Sidney Poitier as Mr. Tibbs in that same movie. Or in Ordinary People, Timothy Hutton won as Best Supporting Actor, but as his father was Donald Sutherland in perhaps his greatest performance, not even nominated. So I thought that would be a cool way to deal with the material in what I hoped was a fresh and original way. And yet I could still, basically review the movies, talk about everything in it, all the aspects of it, and just go through the entire history. It starts in 1927 and it goes to 2015 with 40 movies profiled and really 80 actors profiled, the person who won and the not even nominated person in that movie. Like I said, I just never expected Milford to give me so much inspiration, so many opportunities, and currently, continuing in that vein for the last 3.5 years, I've been introducing classic movies at the renovated Milford Theater. The first one was Halloween 2021. I introduced Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the original one, and this March 23rd, I'll be introducing my 100th movie in these 3.5 years, and it's The Pride of the Yankees with Gary Cooper. And so it's been a wonderful gig. I love seeing the old movies on the big screen, and I think the audiences do too. Often it's people who've seen these movies many times, but seeing them on the big screen makes them say, oh my God, I saw things I never saw before. Or obviously, I've never seen this whole movie. I came in the middle, missed the first half hour, or had to leave and missed the last half hour. And to get people in a room together to share, whether it's the laughter or the tears or the shrieks, whatever it is, that communal setting of a movie theater, it's so wonderful. And the old movies are so beautiful, whether it's black and white and all those gorgeous lights and shadows, or the Technicolor of, say, 1940s Hollywood. People seem to I'd say generally blown away. And often it's what I would think would be a very, very famous movie that everyone has seen. A lot of people have not seen them, and it's really wonderful for me to have them come up to me at the end and say, that was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. And you almost feel like you made it, but all you did was pick it. But it's just a wonderful experience. I think it goes both ways. I'm happy when they're thrilled. It thrills me as well.
The Sterling Business and Technology Park is currently divided into 23 lots ranging in size from 3 to 30 acres. Each lot in the park is KOZ certified for companies that qualify. The Sterling Business and Technology Park is perfectly located just off Exit 17 on Interstate 84 in northeastern Pennsylvania, just under 2 hours from New York City. If you would like to explore locating your business at the Sterling Business and Technology Park, visit sterlingbusinesspark.com.
Experience rejuvenation inside and out with Northwoods Aesthetics and Wellness. Be on top of your game with our IV hydration and IV nutrition services, loaded with essential amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and powerful antioxidants for optimal health and well-being. Craving for that youthful glow? Our Botox and lip filler services are sure to turn back the clock. Embrace wellness. Embrace life at Northwoods Aesthetics and Wellness. Breathe new life into your wellness journey.
We're running into 2025, and what better way to get a move on than in the Two Rivers Marathon, hosted at Veterans Memorial Park in Lackawaxen, Pennsylvania. This two-day race offers multiple events and levels, and is even a qualifier for the Boston Marathon. Runners and their support teams come from far and wide to get outdoors for this amazing race. But don't take my word for it. Hear what a few participants have to say.
This event is just so local, so great. It's I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's hard. It's Jersey's flat, so you come up here and you do these mountains, and we make it a girls' weekend.
And you just did what?
Half marathon.
Whoa! How hard was that?
It was easy because I trained since November. So.
Awesome. So talk to me about your training. What do you do?
I did like 3 to 4 runs a week with a long run on Saturday.
What is it about this that like makes this your thing?
It's like a meditation. It's a way to get out and escape. Like once that runner's high thing is definitely real, and you start thinking about a whole bunch of stuff that you wouldn't do just sitting on your couch.
So my husband was running the full marathon, so he's still out there right now. But I'm running Boston in a couple weeks, so I did the half today as kind of a practice run.
What'd you run today?
The half marathon.
Yeah.
Half? That's kind of hard.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult.
So that being said, I feel pretty good about it.
Cool. And how's your recovery? Like, what do you do once you're done to recover?
Well, St. Patrick's Day, so we're definitely going to grab a beer. enjoy the festivities in Northeast PA.
All right.
The stories of why they run and the accomplishment of beating their personal best inspires us. No matter what they're wearing, the grit and determination of these runners is evident in their smiles as they cross the finish line. A local runner, Jacob, completed the race in boots and finished first in his age group.
I heard from a little birdie that someone actually pushed their kid in their stroller for this race. So tell me this story. What's up?
All right, so 3 years ago I did this race. I did the half marathon and I paced 7:07, so 1:33. So my goal was next year I'm going to do it again. I'm going to break an hour and 30 minutes. That day, a year later, I was in labor with this little guy. But this year I did it, and my babysitter fell through, so here he is with me, and we just did it in about an hour 43.
We know that athletes from all over the world travel to the Upper Delaware for the love of the race. But what impresses us the most each year are the number of local runners that decide to come out and run a 5K, 10K, half marathon, marathon, and even the double marathon race.
And you are happy to have done what today?
My very first half marathon. This
That's
is my
awesome.
very first race ever. And then I said, let me try the half.
Just try.
Let me try.
And what'd you do?
Time-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I know I just made it.
I survived!
If I crawl over, I'll be okay.
You crawled over. No, you didn't. You did an awesome job.
Thank you.
I started running during COVID because there was nothing else to do. And then Mrs. Smith challenged me to do a half marathon with her, even though I was working on my dissertation. So I just finished my dissertation this week and did my half.
She's busy! Busy! That's amazing! Awesome!
I always sign up for a race because then you know you have to run.
Yep.
And I follow the plan.
Okay.
And I do the best I can.
That's awesome. Now, how does it compare to running up here in the woods?
Honestly, this is a lot more peaceful, but yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
pretty similar other than that.
We love the run. How'd you like the run?
It was amazing. It was great. Fast course.
Fast course, but it's got some hills on it, right?
The first 6 were
A little rough?
It gets that exhilaration going, it gets that adrenaline blast.
How's it feel?
Feels great. Feels
Good.
Feels
You running
awesome.
hard?
I ran as hard as I could. Second place, plaqued.
All right.
That's all that mattered,
You got a medal. You got to put that medal
got a
on.
cookie too.
I got a cookie. He got a cookie.
So we got to finish that later.
That's awesome. So now what are you going to do now?
Go home, maybe take a nap.
We witnessed the sheer amount of energy and determination it takes to complete a marathon, and learned from many runners that a combination of body, mind, and the right gear helps their performance. But the most important skill to learn is to listen to your body, and in the days before the race, make sure you store enough fuel and water to go the distance.
Happy, healthy, hungry. That's my motto. Gotta be happy, gotta enjoy it, gotta stay healthy and uninjured. That's balance.
Right.
And you gotta stay hungry, motivated.
Oh, I love it.
Do that and everything's great.
Happy, healthy, hungry.
That's it.
We got to make a shirt for that.
Absolutely.
Yes, cool. And yourself, what's your motto? What do you do?
For me, it's really just the hungry, and then whenever I have time in college.
How do you like the area? This
Love
area?
the area, yeah.
Oh, it's a great place.
It's really quaint.
Yeah.
Yeah, much different than the city.
Much different.
Yeah, much quieter.
But fun.
Yeah.
Strong support structures also help performance. Entire families were out to run or cheer on their favorite athletes. Even the family pet joined in. Participating in events like this race weekend also creates strong bonds that last a lifetime. And once again, the Dunkin' Donuts truck was back, providing complimentary coffee and donuts. I guess Lackawaxen still runs on Dunkin'. Athletes receive their medals once they finish their races. They also receive a plaque, event t-shirt, and the coveted double t-shirt for running a marathon on both Saturday and Sunday. This race festival would not be possible without the experienced race directors Mark Hughes and J.C. Santa Teresa. The support of the Lackawaxen Volunteer Fire Department to control traffic and provide safety was greatly appreciated, and the Lackawaxen Ambulance Service for providing first aid and emergency medical services. This event is also sponsored by many community volunteers and local businesses. Lackawaxen Township keeps the town tidy for visitors and residents alike. So grab those running shoes and get ready for the Two Rivers Marathon. Tune in to Wally Life every Monday at 9 p.m. on Blue Ridge Communications Channel 13 for the latest in life around Lake Wallenpaupack.